The city of Scottsdale, one of the targets in a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, this stemming from the horrible pedicab crash that happened about a year ago.
2 Fiesta Bowl tourists from Kansas were hurt, one of them very seriously. Jason Valentine live in Scottsdale with more. Jason?
That's right, Carrie. The city and several other defendants on the hook for more than $50 million, according to the lawsuit filed on behalf of the 2 victims in this crash. Now, the crash has already caused the city of Scottsdale to change its laws, but the lawyers say the laws should have changed sooner. Pedicabs are an iconic mode of transportation for Scottsdale bar hoppers, but until this past year, there were no city ordinances for pedicabs. Laws that lawyers claim would have prevented a catastrophic crash between a pedicab and a drunk driver that severely injured 2 tourists from Kansas, Cody Clark and Mike Tiver. The Cunningham law firm says the family of Cody Clark has already paid more than $2 million in medical fees, and with his traumatic brain injury, it will be millions more over his life. He's still in a rehab facility to this day. Combined, both victims are asking for $51 million. While the lawsuit names several defendants, including the pedicab company and the alleged drunk driver, Joseph Spano, it says Scottsdale is liable because the need for safety laws was talked about by city officials years ago, but never enacted until after the crash.
The bottom reflective down here is required by the city of Scottsdale, and of course the state has its own requirements for lighting.
Pedicab drivers say the new ordinance, which regulates safety equipment, requires license and insurance, and limits where pedicabs can drive, has drastically cut the number of pedicabs in Old Town.
We train our guys extensively, you know, and I'm out here in the field watching and making sure they're operating correctly, and if not, I correct it.
Some pedicab drivers don't necessarily think the new ordinance has made the industry any safer.
I can still get hit by a drunk driver, whether or not the ordinance is there or not.
But lawyers for the victims believe if the ordinance that now stands would have been in place sooner, 2 young men wouldn't have had their lives tragically altered. City of Scottsdale officials declined interview on this topic, but the city did release a statement expressing remorse for the victims and their families, but saying the city denies any liability involved with last year's crash. Guys, back to you.